Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel.
Hi. So I know my necklace is backwards. I did the whole Mean Girls Karen thing where I put the necklace on in the mirror so it looked like it was okay in the mirror, but it was actually backwards in real life. So yeah, just in case you're wondering, I am aware and I have since fixed it. Okay, cool. Thanks. Bye.
Today we are going to be doing my monthly roundup of favorites. So we are going to be discussing my August favorites. I cannot believe it's already the end of the month. It has been absolutely insane. A lot of things have happened this month. If you watched my story time, just a lot of things, but I still managed to gather up and love and consistently use these products I'm going to talk about in the past month. So yeah, and without me babbling on any further, if you want to see all of my favorites, I will say really quickly, the majority of these products is actually like body care, skin care, and other stuff like that. Only a certain few are makeup. So if that's something that you're interested in, then stick around. Hopefully you can get something from this video either way. But yes, if you're interested in seeing everything that I've loved this past month, don't forget to please subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell so you know when I post, and without further ado, let's go ahead and get on into it. Okay, so I feel like we should just start with makeup. Why not? So I want to give a shout out to this guy right here. This is the Morphe concealer in the shade C3.15. It looks like this. This was $9. I got mine at Ulta, and I wanted to buy this because I had heard that this concealer was really full coverage, really good, and I didn't necessarily need an under eye brightening concealer because I have a bunch of those. I more so needed a spot concealer because for me personally, I say it in like every video, I'm sorry if this is repetitive, but in case you're new here, if you watch Get Ready With Me, I'll link a couple below. I like to do one layer foundation. I really don't like to build foundation too much because I have oily skin and I don't want it to look heavy and cakey. So I prefer to do one layer foundation and then go in with concealer to spot conceal the areas that I need to correct, whether it's like a blemish or a dark spot or any of that jazz. So I use like a brightening concealer like I'm just gonna pull one out to the top of my drawer. This is the Jouer Essential High Coverage Concealer in the shade Macaron. So I like going with a lighter concealer under my eyes to highlight, but to spot conceal, I like going in with something obviously more of my skin tone. So because I have a little bit more tan in the summer, I opted for this shade, and I'm not gonna lie, this is something that's relatively new. I only started using this in the second half of the month, but I have been loving it. The doe foot applicator is really flexible and thin, and you can see it retains a good amount of product in there. But with that being said, I don't feel like it's cakey, it's heavy. I'm sure if you're someone who just wanted a concealer to highlight, this would be a great option. But for me, with spot concealing, it is so good and so close to my shade. I'll just do a little dot for you right there on my hand. You can't even see it because that's the whole purpose. It literally blends right in. I love this guy. It's so good. It's so full coverage yet so lightweight. It doesn't separate. It blends really easily. So if you're in the mood for a new concealer, I would recommend this one. You can get it at Ulta, like I said, for under $10. Okay, I actually have a powder I want to talk about. This is the Becca Hydra Mist Set and Refresh Powder. Sorry, this cap is blinding. I don't want to do that up close to you. But if you look really closely, you can see it's just like a standard powder. You shake it, it's finely milled. It's really, really nice. It just looks like a random normal powder from the outside, and then you open it and it has a little sifter. But the difference between this powder and any other kind of powder is that this specifically says keep me close to keep me cool, and it's unreal. Like you touch it and it feels wet, like it feels like you're touching water. It's insane. It has water and glycerin. Glycerin is something that really helps attract moisture to your skin, and obviously water is wet so it would make sense in a way, I guess. But what's great about this is that if you have oily skin, you might be apprehensive, because I know I was like, why am I putting a powder that has so much moisture on my skin? Is it going to make me look more oily or dewy? The answer is no. It actually makes you super matte. Not super matte. I think people with dry skin would obviously love this powder. It's that perfect in-between powder that's perfect for every day. It's very lightweight. It's not like a heavy baking powder, but it's not super loosely cornstarchy, finely milled. It's like that perfect balance in between, and this is in the shade Translucent. They have a couple different shades, I believe, so if you are deeper, then you would probably enjoy the deeper shade more. But just to let you know, that is an option. I absolutely love this because it feels wet when you're setting your face, but it absolutely makes your makeup last and stay matte. Like for me personally, I love a matte finish because I do get oily. So I'll put this on before I go for like a 9-10 hour work day. I'll look in the mirror like in the middle of the day and I'll see that I still look great. Like my makeup is still perfectly intact. It doesn't separate my makeup. It's so good. It really makes my makeup last all day, and the application is perfect. Like especially on a hot summer day or a hot summer morning, this is so good and I highly recommend it. Becca Hydra Mist Set and Refresh. Moving on to a couple lip products. Actually my last makeup products in the bunch. This is the Tarte Color Splash lipstick in the shade Colada. Now I also have the shade Island Life. I've had this for a while. It's like a mauve shade. This one looks like this. I'll swatch it right here. Mauve shade, Island Life, but Colada is the summer color of my dreams. It's that perfect peachy brown, looks like this, just a standard tube, but this application and this formula is so good. One swatch, full opaque color right here. This is Colada, that's Island Life. I just wanted to show you the two different colors I have in this particular formula. This one is so nice because it's that perfect peachy everyday brown that has a little bit of a terracotta undertone, a little bit of rosiness, but it's that overall great neutral that I think is so flattering on my skin tone personally, which is medium currently, but also light to medium in the fall winter time. I love this shade. I love this formula too. It's not scented. It doesn't have like an artificial or any kind of scent. I love this packaging. I love how it's truly like a comfortable matte finish where it's not like a super drying matte lipstick where you kind of tug at your lips, but rather it's more of a comfortable matte finish. Like you can apply it and it's creamy, but it does impart a matte finish, but then it lasts a pretty decent amount of time on the lips for being just a regular standard bullet lipstick. So I love this. I think it's a great color for the summer, great packaging for the summer. They have a bunch of different shades, different nudes, different deep shades, whatever your skin tone is. I'm pretty sure you'd be able to find one that you would love. But personally, for my skin tone, Colada is where it's at. And also Island Life is really pretty too, but for an everyday like nude to the office, to school, this is amazing, amazing. The other lip product I want to mention is this guy right here. This is the ColourPop So Juicy Plumping Gloss in the shade Beachwood, I believe. Yes. And I wasn't super quick to hop onto this bandwagon because I have a bunch of different glosses. I'm literally staring at it right here. It's always at the back of my vanity. It just has like a bunch of different glosses. And on a day-to-day basis, I do like a gloss, but the thing about glosses is that if they're not super pigmented, then I'll obviously be inclined to put something on underneath, but in the morning, like it's just a one and done for me, especially if I'm out the door. So I'd like a gloss to have pigment, but on weekends or if I'm just going out here and there, I think this formula is really good. And I'm not someone who really enjoys a plumping formula. I don't really look for that. My lips are pretty much naturally full as they are. I used to hate them when I was a kid. Now I've embraced them, especially since bigger lips are like a trend. So I'm content with my lips, honestly. But I do like the minty tingling sensation. I'm gonna put some on for you right now. It squeezes out like this. You can just throw it on here. This is pretty sticky, but it helps like really stay on your lips. And I find that if I do put this on before work, it lasts for a decent amount of time on the lips during the workday. And I just think it's so pretty. And obviously I'm wearing it on top of a lipstick. I'm wearing ColourPop 0.0 right now underneath, but on its own it has a really pretty like nude terracotta vibe, so you could totally wear it on its own and then it fades really nicely. But on top of any lipstick, it just adds like that nice juicy effect. It's nourishing because it stays on and it helps make your lips stay moisturized for a long time, but it's not that like lip balm kind of lip oil-esque lip gloss. If you're interested in something that's gonna help stay on your lips and you want it to be like a one and done effect and not worry about having to reapply too much, I would say go with this guy right here. Again, I have the shade Beachwood. They have a bunch of different shades. I believe they're $7, so you really can't go wrong. I want to give a shout out to this guy. This is the Farmacy Honey Butter Lip Balm, and it's the beeswax lip balm. 100% natural, helps moisturize, condition, and protect lips with our proprietary honey blend beeswax and kapauku butter. This is $10. You can get it at Sephora. I love Farmacy. I've talked about Farmacy so much on my channel. I mentioned their Honey Renewing Antioxidant Face Mask in my last favorites, my July favorites, which I will link above and below. But this lip balm, I'm not gonna lie, when I first got it like last year, I did not like it and I actually returned it. But I will say after I got it the second time, because I just like giving things a second chance, I actually really like this formula. It's a standard like lip balm, really nothing too special about the packaging or the formula or anything like that, but it just imparts, like, I don't know if you can tell right here if I swatch it on the back of my hand, it just is so nourishing, and it's like a little bit of a shine, but because of that beeswax honey formula, it really does just like grab onto the lip. So it's not super heavy, it's not anything that's like a sleeping mask by any means. I obviously prefer like a Laneige sleeping mask or something thicker for overnight, but for like after the shower or around the house, I think this is a great formula. It's great for every day. It stays on a decent amount of time. It's got no fillers, like nothing bad in it. The ingredients are great. And the most important thing is that I feel like this lip balm does not dry out my lips. Like some lip balms I've tried, when you take them off, you see over time, you start to notice that your lips are becoming progressively more dried out. And with this lip balm, I feel that it's doing an excellent job. Like, it's just a great standard everyday lip balm. So if you're on the hunt, definitely check it out. I think it's worth it. Should we move into face things? Let's move into face things. I want to give a shout out to this guy right here. This is the NYX Matte Blotting Paper. And you might think this is nothing special, but as someone who is pretty oily, I have tried my fair share of blotting papers, and these are ones that I really feel like don't remove my makeup and don't cause like any gross separation. I mean, obviously, just to put it out there, any blotting paper you use, anytime you touch your face comes into contact with something, there's going to be a little bit of transfer, there's going to be a little bit of product deposited on that, but that's just nature. Like, if I were to like rub my face or tap this, it doesn't matter what setting spray you have, like, it's going to come off at least a little bit of it. So when I dab my face with a NYX blotting sheet, I feel as though my makeup pretty much stays intact for the most part, but my oils are the things that are really being like lifted and like, you know, I don't know, removed, I don't know. And it's just a standard thing, but this is $4 and I think it's so good. They have other ones, like other varieties, and there are so many more expensive brands out there that also like sell blotting papers, but I don't think you need to spend an arm and a leg. These sheets are so fine and so thin. Like, I'll show you. I've been wearing my makeup since 9 a.m. and it's currently like 3. So I am just going to blot. You see I'm very lightly doing it. And I just really like to blot my T-zone, my nose, just down here. You can already see, right? Just very lightly. And obviously, like, the lighter you go, like, the less makeup it's gonna pick up. But I really just like to blot like in the center of my face. And you can see, I'm sorry, it's kind of gross, but you can see the oils, and you can see a little bit of my makeup residue, obviously, that's transferred, but mostly it's my oils, and my face looks way more matte, way more fresh. It's so easy and so foolproof, and because these are so thin, it doesn't feel heavy and it doesn't take off as much makeup as other blotting papers I've experienced do. So definitely check these out. I think they're a great affordable option, and yeah, what more can I say? They're great blotting papers. Okay, I want to talk about a face product now, a couple face products. This is the Bliss Pore Patrol Deep Detox 4 Clay Souffle Mask, and it looks like this. It's a really kind of interesting packaging concept. It's like an aerosol can almost, and you have to be careful because I think it is pressurized inside. So when it has a little cap right here, but the last time I used this product 2 days ago, I ended up squirting too much out because it was like pressurized and built up in there. So just for warning, like, the lighter the pressure, the better. Otherwise, you're gonna have way too much. And this is so interesting. I have been looking for a clay mask to replace my Teamy Detox mask because I had run out of that, and I stumbled across this product, and it's not in stores at Ulta. I could only find it like on Amazon or like online, but this is so unique because it really does feel like thick souffle coming out. Like, it's gray. I don't know why the color matters, but it's just like a gray thick layer, and it goes on so evenly. It's like the most satisfying application ever. It's cooling, but not too cooling where it's like, ooh, I need to like jump in a hot tub to warm myself back up. Like, no, it's so good, and it really just cleans my skin. And I feel like if you're someone, even if you're not oily prone, you might really enjoy this mask too as like a twice a week detox, because it's that clay mask that goes on your skin, and yes, it hardens to take all the stuff out, but it doesn't harden so much. Like my Teamy mask was very, very dry, and I kind of like that effect because it really felt like it was like pulling all that crap out of my skin. This is like that, but it's more mild, but I do still feel like it pulled all the gunk out of my skin without irritating it, without making it red. So if you're someone with sensitive skin, you might really enjoy this for that reason as well. And I love it. I think it's so unique. Just be careful with how much you dispense, because a little goes a long way. But yeah, definitely check it out if you're in the mood for a more kind of on the affordable side face mask. It's a clay mask. It's really, really good stuff, and my skin likes it. Okay, I want to give a shout out to this guy right here. This is the Epielle Micellar Cleansing Water, and I was never someone who was super into micellar waters because I never really saw the point. I was like, you have makeup wipes, you have cleansing oils, why do I need micellar water? But this is great for like that step before your cleansing oil, or that step before your makeup wipe even, or even like for me with swatches. Like I had my other, you can see I have a little bit of that lipstick residue. I love the pump on this. I just do one pump on my cotton round, my cotton ball, and I'm sorry, I already had like most of it taken off because I rubbed it off, but this just gets rid of any last trace. You can see right here the cotton round is dirty and does have some of that like extra lipstick residue. This gets off everything, and while I still think you should wash your face, this is great for like removing, for me personally, like at the sink before I shower, removing lipstick, removing mascara, eyeshadow. Like it's great for that targeted like, ooh, I really want to get this like hard to come off lipstick off my face before I go in and cleanse the rest of my face. And I love it. It's so good. It has a spill-proof pump dispenser, no artificial dyes, no harsh chemicals, dermatologist tested, no mineral oil, parabens, no animal-derived surfactants. It's just a great micellar water. It's definitely on the more natural side, and it's not something that is super mainstream. Like I had never heard of this brand prior to seeing it on Amazon. I got mine on Amazon, by the way. But I had read that Bioderma wasn't cruelty-free, so I definitely wanted to look for an option that was not super big because I wouldn't use it like every single day of my life, but something that was pretty substantial but effective at the same time. So I have been loving this. I think it's a great micellar water if you want to check it out. I have not seen it in stores, but definitely if you're in the mood to buy something on Amazon or online or wherever they sell this, maybe it's in a drugstore near you, I recommend it. I want to give a shout out to this guy right here. This is the Watkins Shea Butter Hand Cream right here. It's like a big tub. This is 3.3 fluid ounces, and they have a bunch of different scents. They have lemon, they have lavender, but I chose coconut milk and honey, and I love this. This is such an opposite formula of the Kale Polish hand cream that I love, which is sitting right there. I wanted something a little bit thicker for like the fall and winter time because my hands get so dry, especially living in the desert. I love this guy because it's got a really easy application. You just take off the thing and it comes out, and a little goes a long way because it is a thicker formula, but it sinks right into the skin. It leaves your hands honestly feeling so hydrated for hours. Like it's not one of those ones that leaves like a film on your hands. It just sinks right in. It makes them feel nourished. It's free of phthalates, parabens, dyes, propylene glycol, and yeah, it's a great cruelty-free brand. I feel like the theme of my channel is like underrated or hidden, like affordable, cruelty-free natural gems. Like I love discovering like underdogs like this, and with makeup or anything, but particularly body and skincare, which because the other body product I'm going to talk about is like that, but I think this is so good. So definitely check it out, especially if you're someone who likes a thicker formula that kind of stays a little bit more on your skin but doesn't feel greasy. This is a great way to go. Speaking of underrated body products, this is the Dr. Teals body lotion. It's amazing. It's definitely more of like a summertime moisturizer in my opinion, but I love this because it's 16 fluid ounces. It's a big guy right here. I don't know if you can see right here. They have a bunch of different options. Dr. Teals actually makes my favorite bubble bath, so when I saw they had body lotions, I had to try them out. I got mine at Walmart, and this is in the sweet orange scent, but it has pink Himalayan and essential oils with cocoa butter, vitamin E, and shea butter. It's paraben and phthalate free. It's mineral oil free. It's got so many great like properties, and it's super lightweight. And look, the pump is like so great. But in the formula itself, it's so lightweight. Like, this reminds me of the Kale Polish formula, where it's a little bit thinner, but it sinks right into your skin, and your skin feels legitimately moisturized the next morning. It's not as nourishing as a Bath and Body Works body cream, but that is a cream, whereas this is just a lotion. But if you're not someone who likes a super heavy cream, then I think this is a great way to go, because it's lightweight. It's just perfect for the summer, and they have a bunch of different scents. And the best part is the price tag. Like, you cannot find another lotion on the market, from my experience, with all these great ingredients, with no fillers, with as many amazing properties as this does, for under $10. And this was under $5. I believe it was $4.97. I mean, okay, with tax it's like over $5, but $4.97. Like, that is insane. And this is quality stuff. So I highly recommend it. It's a great daily body lotion, 16 fluid ounces, great pump, packaging's impeccable, formula's impeccable, great summertime moisturizer. Pick it up before summer ends. 2 more products. Stay with me. I want to talk about this guy, obviously. Speaking of body products, this is the Soul Shimmering Dry Oil, and this is so good. I have the shade Soft Gold. As you know, Soul Body is the brand, the sister brand to ColourPop. You can buy this on ColourPop.com for $15. This is in the shade Soft Gold. I don't like that the cap is all plasticky and weird, and this is glass, which I can't travel with it, but it's great other than that. But I will say it does transfer. It leaves a super lightweight finish on your skin. Like, you can't tell you're wearing it, but you can tell, like, from looking at it, if you know what I mean. Like, you can't feel it really, but you can see it. And if you put it on the backs of your thighs, and if you put it on the backs of your arms, if you sit down, you will get that glitter transfer. So just be warned. But other than that, this is such a great oil. You can see that the glitter sinks to the bottom, but all you have to do is shake it up, and it becomes glowy and pretty again. So I love it. If you want to see this in action, I do have a video where I applied it in my pool day makeup tutorial. I will link that above and below as well. And you don't have to buy this. You can use any brush, but I do love using it in combination with the Soul Body brush. It was an extra $12 to buy the brush, but to me, I think it's great because it just goes on. You can just paint it on your arms or your legs or whatever it may be, and this is good and really, really soft. Okay, my last product of the video is the most random product I've ever included in this kind of video. But I wanted to give it a shout out because this was actually the first product I had written down on my list of August favorites, because every month I like to compile a list of things, like as I'm going throughout the month, like, oh, I really like this. Oh, I've been using this a lot. Like, oh, this is really working for me. I'll write it down and have it all in one place so that when I sit down to do this video, I have all my thoughts collected in one place. But this is the Burt's Bees Clean and Fresh Toothpaste with mint, and I love this. I am all about a cruelty-free natural alternative to like a regular standard toothpaste. I love the Kiss My Face one. I was using that for a while. I really like that. I know charcoal toothpastes are in like full swing these days. I have not found one that I really, really like, and I'm just honestly sticking with this guy because this is so good, and I love the packaging. I love everything, and I think this is so underrated. Like, this is a great natural toothpaste, guys. It's not super duper minty or sweet. Like, it doesn't feel like one of those sickly sweet toothpaste. It's not like a super thick formula that gets stuck everywhere. It's cruelty free. It's free of SLS, triclosan, and parabens, which I guess are additives and chemicals. There are no artificial flavors or sweeteners, no preservatives, no dyes, no plastic microbeads. This is so good. I mean, I will say it does have fluoride. They have a non-fluoride option. My dad is a dentist, and personally, for me growing up, he has always said that fluoride is great at helping against, tooth decay and cavities. And for me, someone genetically that's prone to cavities because of bad teeth genetics, I like to be on high alert and on guard, so I don't mind incorporating that fluoride. If you're sensitive to that, I understand. By all means, there is another variety, but for me personally, this is my toothpaste right here. I will say that when you squirt it out, it kind of squirts out really fast, so just be mindful of that. But other than that, like, even the packaging feels natural, and I love that. So if you're in the mood or in the market for a new toothpaste, Check it out. I think it's great. All right, everyone, and that is it. We have made it to the end of my August favorites. I feel like I have really discovered a lot of great products, mainly skincare, hair care, body care, and I cannot wait for the weather to start cooling down here. Leave me a comment down below with what you've been loving in the month of August. I would really love to know. I'm always on the hunt, obviously. Yeah, I love you guys. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to leave a thumbs up on this video if you enjoyed it, and hopefully I will see you in my next one. Bye.